Okay, here we go. Apple's Intelligence is its new AI software suite, which will integrate itself into Siri and pretty much every other app in the iOS ecosystem. Apple just had WWDC Developer Conference, Worldwide Developer Conference 2024. It's basically like Google I/O. It's basically it's their conference for developers, right? But it not only attracts developers, it attracts the technology publications, technology media, as myself, because it gives you an insight to what they've been working on this past year and what you can expect to see from Apple in this upcoming year. Tons of AI. Thank God Apple chose not to say AI and just chose to say intelligence. Thank you. It was today, and they introduced I was watching it, and pretty interesting stuff. Ran about 90 minutes or so earlier this morning. In their, as I mentioned, Apple Intelligence, aka AI, not artificial intelligence, but Apple Intelligence. You get it? AI, Apple Intelligence, artificial intelligence. Okay. So there's also summarization tools that make it easy to get a summarize or to get a summary of any articles that pop up on your phone, any notifications. You can get a summary of a notification, even though a notification is supposed to be pretty brief in the first place. You can summarize text messages and more, right? It's basic, simple stuff that us non-Apple users have been using quite frequently for the past couple of years. The iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max will support Apple Intelligence, as well devices with the M class chip. So the new iPad that came out with the M4 chip is going to be supported. MacBooks, Mac Minis that have the M1 chip, M2 chip, M3 chip will support Apple Intelligence. Now, iPhone 15 base model will not support it. iPhone 15 Plus will not support it. This AI stuff requires a ton of processing power from the CPU. And remember, Apple started putting the different CPUs in the Pro and Pro Max compared to the base models, right? So it requires the newer CPUs or the only CPU moving... the only CPU right now this year that will work, again, iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max. All the M chips in MacBooks and iPad will work. And all iPhones moving forward will work. So iPhone 16 next year, 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max, all that stuff moving forward will work. It's just the only iPhones that support it now are the 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max. The new AI features are expected to arrive this fall alongside the betas of iOS 18, iPad iOS 18, and the latest version of Mac OS. Siri gets a big upgrade, and they're implementing this into Siri. It's going to enhance Siri, transforming it into one of the primary interfaces for interaction when it comes to you and your iPhone and or iOS, right? With the Siri upgrade, you'll be able to execute commands across hundreds of applications, including third-party apps as well, which is pretty nice. It's not just Apple apps, but these developers can implement this into any app, right, that is available on your iPhone. You'll also have the capability to cross-reference multiple apps with a single request. For example, you can instruct Siri to play a video file you just received in a message using a specific video app. Right? You can specify that just through voice commands. Hey, play the new eSIM Studios podcast, episode 115, and use my Vox video to play it. Boom. There you go. It's going to be a revamped Siri, so it'll also exhibit enhanced contextual awareness. That means it will better understand your commands, which they've needed to improve a long time ago. Even if you're mumble or speak unclearly, kind of like I have been today, saying Siri will pick that up, take out the oohs and the ahs, and communicate with me perfectly. Thank God. Additionally, Siri will now be able to maintain context from one request to another, making interactions more seamless and intuitive. It's almost like you're talking to a real human instead of a stupid robot named Siri. Summarization, writing help, and much more. So here's a big bonus. This is the main thing that I use AI for on my personal devices, not iOS devices, but I do use this on Windows and on Android. So summarization. It's basically is another area where Apple Intelligence is set to be very, very good at, and many people will probably lean on this feature more than any other feature, minus Siri. Not talking about Siri, but all the other AI stuff may be helpful, but I believe this is a big one. It helps summarize. Notifications in iOS will be very messy. Apple Intelligence AI, get it? Aims to simplify how you understand what's going on. You can basically ask it, what are my notifications? And basically you can clear them off the list, all voice command. You don't even have to touch your phone. Priority notifications will appear at the top of the stack, complete with quick summaries that will allow users to easily scan long or stacked notifications right from the lock screen. Additionally, Apple Intelligence is introducing a feature called Reduce Interruptions, a mode you can activate to ensure that only notifications requiring urgent attention are shown. Right? You're in a meeting, you're on a date, whatever. Only allow urgent notifications to come through, so you're not bothered by a ringing phone every 30 seconds like mine is down here. You'll also be notified. You'll also, you can also summarize meetings that you have through voice. You can record the meeting and have it summarize it for you. Text messages. If there's a long text message, you can summarize it. Basically breaks down a long text, like a 10-sentence paragraph, and breaks it down into 2 or 3 sentences of just the main points of that paragraph or article or story or book, I guess, right? Or documents. Safari will benefit from it too, as Apple Intelligence will be able to summarize articles, web pages within the browser. This is very useful for those with short attention spans or fast readers. System-wide writing tools are also built into iOS 18, iPad 18, and macOS Sequoia. Sequoia is the new macOS with AI infused in it, allowing users to rewrite and proofread text almost anywhere they write, anywhere they are, including in mail, notes, pages, and beyond. The rewrite feature offers a few different versions to choose from, adjusting from the tone to better suit the task at hand. As for proofreading, it checks grammar, word choice, structure, and can also suggest edits while providing explanations for recommendations. Photos, getting an Apple Intelligence boost. They're getting a create memories type of boost, right? Just simply give Apple Intelligence a description of what kind of memories you're looking for, and it will pick up the best ones for you. You can craft a storyline based on themes and from your photos or around a specific person. So look, Google's already had this in Google Photos, so Apple's late to the party on this one, but it is time for them to implement this into their app. I guess, what do you call it? Photos app. Let's see. It also enables users to create AI-generated images with the new Image Playground tool, which comes in 3 different styles: sketch, animation, or illustration. I'm sure lots of you will have fun with this. There's even a feature that lets you create your own genomes. Is that how you say it? Gem emojis? I don't know why they have these dumb names. If you didn't figure it out from the name alone, this is very stupid. While you can use Image Playground directly within apps like Messages, it also has its own dedicated app if you prefer. Privacy. So you will have private cloud computing. Private cloud computing, Apple Intelligence can flex and scale its computational capacity and draw on larger server-based models for more complex requests. Let's see. Security and privacy is built in. Okay. Apple even says independent experts will be able to inspect the code that runs on Apple Silicon servers to verify privacy. Basically like checking keys, security keys. Cross-reference, cross-check it, right? Now, being eligible to upgrade to iOS 18 does not guarantee that you'll receive Apple Intelligence features. Interesting, as these require a certain level of processing power. In fact, that's where I get to. Only the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max will support it. So if you can download and try iOS 18 beta. If you want to try it right now, the stable build of iOS 18 is going to come out probably about 3 more months in late September. But if you want to give it a try now, you certainly can. You can download and install iOS 18 beta. But just remember, this new Apple Intelligence, this new AI will only work if you have a 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max, or you have a device with an M chip inside. If you do not have one of those devices, let's just say a base iPhone 15 or a 14 Pro Max, and you download iOS 18 beta, good for you, but still gonna have to wait till September rolls around for the stable build. Well, actually, I take that back. Moving forward, the 14 Pro, 14 Pro Max, even the base 15, from what it sounds like, will not even be able to take advantage of these features, because you're going to have a newer phone with more processing power. So basically, Apple's, from what it looks like, I'm going to look into this for tomorrow's live stream, but it looks like they're forcing you, if you want to enjoy any AI features, you're going to have to buy a newer iPhone. What do you know? It's just like Apple. So if you really, really want to try these AI features, or use these AI features, but you have a 14 Pro or 14 Pro Max, sorry, you're going to have to upgrade. That's what it looks like to me. I haven't seen anything different. So I'll look into that for tomorrow's live stream, for tomorrow's podcast. And we'll be back for that one. So I got to get out of here. The stupid Cricket trial basically ate up all my time, but I have to roll. Sorry for wasting your time on that. I'll cut it out of the re-upload of this podcast. So if you catch this podcast at a later time, I'll cut that Cricket segment out, and we'll just get straight to the Apple news. So thank you for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Same time, same place tomorrow. Please take care. Peace out.